Yes, how are you doing today, sir?
I am doing wonderful. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Yes, Shalom, without
Wonderful.
taking off much of your time, for some time now, there is a lot on the social media about Shalom Magic, also known as Vumomse and Rakata. What's going on?
Yeah, we have a very grand a CD that just is coming out. You know, it's in Cameroon already, and it's going to be officially released in the United States on the 29th of this month, which is a red carpet event.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a whole lot of buzz going on already in the United States. It is a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. I mean, it's wonderful gospel music. It's like music that you can play anywhere and you can dance anywhere. You know, that is what is going on right now. So it's just a whole lot of buzz going on. Like the program is going to be here. We have a lot of people coming from Canada, coming from all over the United States to attend this program. So it's wonderful. The management team is doing a wonderful job, and you know it's going to be great.
Yes, Shalom Magic. We know to those of us who are from the northwest region of Cameroon, Shalom Magic is not a name to be introduced any longer. But then, for the purpose of this program, because it's been listened across the world, so who is Shalom Magic and who is Vumomse?
Yes, Shalom Magic, that's a name that I used to use a long time ago when I used to I used to dance, I used to do choreography, and I used to do some clips for other artists. And, you know, I just use the name Vumomse. That's my last name. That's my last name. And I'm changing, switching to Vumomse. It doesn't change. You know, I do all brands of music, but mainly I focus on gospel music because that is where, you know, that is my root, and you know, that is what I do. I love to do gospel music, and my kind of music is it's a gospel music that you can dance anywhere. Like I said before, it's an Afrobeat kind of gospel. It's an Afrobeat kind of gospel. You know, a lot of people. It has a mix of everything. You know, all over the world, people can dance to that song. They can dance to the music that is in there. It's a wonderful CD that is coming out. It's wonderful.
Yes, given the fact that Shalom Magic used to be a very good dancer of soukous, can we say that in this album we would definitely have some tracks with this rhythm?
Absolutely yes. Absolutely yes. There's no way when I was in the studio, there was no way I could do something that is not danceable. There was no way. So when I you know, I tried to slow it down a little bit, but it could not. So you know, it's a city that you can dance to it like from morning to night without non-stop. You know what I mean? So it's really a danceable city because I like dance. I like to dance. That is me. You know what I mean? That is me.
Yes, but this time, this CD would definitely be dancing to Jesus.
Oh yes, sure, definitely, most definitely. Even I've watched Muslims that listen to this song and they're like, "Wow, oh my God, I didn't know this gospel music can be like this." I'm telling you, people from all over the world have listened to like just a sneak peek of the songs. They're like, "Wow." You know what I mean? So it's something that anybody can listen to and anybody can, you know, be blessed with, you know.
Yes, Shalom, was it your first experience in the studio?
No, it's not my first experience in the studio. I've been in the studio with other artists before, but I've never done anything like I've done some just some demos, but I haven't really done something like actually bringing a CD out. This is my first CD out, and you know, this CD will bless you. This CD will bless generations.
Ah, that's great. And what is Rakata?
Okay, Rakata. This for those who understand what it means to speak in tongues. I used to. There was one time that I had a lot of chaos going on in my life, and I would say chaos is like some things that I did not like. You know what I mean? It just a whole lot going on. Like every wrong thing was happening at the same time. I felt a whole lot of burden in my head. You know, it was just too much going on at the same time that I could bear. I was driving to church one morning. It was we had a like a rehearsal. So I was driving to church, And all of a sudden, when I started feeling, I started feeling down and kind of depressed. I was like, oh my God. So now I started just praying. I started praying and I started praying and I started saying, you know what? I'm going to depend on the positive things that God has done in my life. So I started speaking in tongues, just like that. And those words started coming out. I didn't know where they were coming from. And before you know it, that song, I started singing the song. With the Rakata song, I just started singing it. That's how it happened.
Yes, Shalom, we do understand that it is a gospel album, but then where do you actually draw inspiration, and who writes your songs?
Okay, where I draw my inspiration from?
Yes, and who write your songs?
Yeah. Yes, my inspiration is from God. That's where my inspiration is from. It's from God. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's like some of the songs, I don't even know how I wrote them. Some of them, I don't even know how I wrote them. But before you know it, a song is out there. You know what I'm saying? I just started, just pick up. Before I know I start singing a song, I don't know, I don't really sit down and say, okay, I'm going to write this song. I'm going to write about this. You know what I mean? But most of the time, because I'm a praise person, when I start praising, those songs start coming.
Okay, yes.
So that's how I get my song. Yes.
Yes, Shalom will definitely look for some other time to come back to you. But then, before you leave us in today's edition of Africa Family Show, we want to know, tell us, how many tracks do you have in this album?
Well, I have 6 tracks, 6 wonderful tracks in this album. 6 wonderful tracks. We have Rakata, we have Do Me Again, we have I Believe, we have Fit and the Feel My Bad, we have You Too Much.
Okay.
So those are the songs that we have, on the CD.
We know that, judging from the person we know as Shalom Magic, after listening and dancing to your songs, will definitely say, Shalom, you're too much. Are we right?
Yes, sir. Definitely, most definitely. I am too much, but God is more than I am.
Indeed, God is too much. Okay, yes. And
yes.
How many languages do you use have you used in this album?
Yes, for this album, I use English. I use English language and broken English. Like the Pidgin English. Those are the 2 languages I use. But the next year I have a single that will be coming out soon. Coming out later, it's gonna be mixture because I speak some Igbo, I speak English, French, and also Pidgin English.
Okay. Yes, we do understand that.
For this album, it's just English and broken. Yeah.
Okay. And did you actually work with some great names that we would like to mention them in this interview?
Yes, on this album, I worked with Bob Gala Didier, I worked with Slim Beats, I worked with Ewube, and I also worked with Cyrus, Nami Cyrus.
Okay. Yes, Shalom. It's not also easy to. It's often said that behind every successful man there is a woman. So, what has been the reaction to this album from your wife?
My wife. Well, I don't know what to say because I can say my wife is not behind a successful man. I would say on the side. My wife has been on my side since then. I will tell you something personal, which I don't care, sharing it out there because it's a testimony. Our auntie, my wife's auntie that lives with us. She was diagnosed with breast cancer, and at this moment she had a lot of we had to take her to the hospital like every day to do her chemotherapy and everything, which she's healed right now. Praise God. So she was taking her to the hospital every day. She works and does that also. She's from Nigeria. So before you know it, I said I had planned to go to Cameroon to do this album, and she told me, you know what, honey, you gotta go. You gotta do it, regardless of what is going on. You gotta do this thing right now. You gotta follow your dreams. Let nothing hold you back. And when this thing works out, when this thing comes out, people will be able to praise God in the midst of every craziness, we can still praise God and we can still follow our dreams. Nothing can stop you because this is just a distraction from the devil. Let's do this. And that's how I went. She has been there for me from the beginning to the end. She is my backbone. She is wonderful. She's awesome. And guess what is funny? She is my manager.
Oh, okay, Shalom. Our regards to her and the kids. Definitely will be coming back to you. Do have a pleasant time and give greetings to all our brothers and sisters out there in the United States. But remember, when you launch the album on the 29th of this month, we will definitely come back for yet another interview on BATIMU FM.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And God bless you for the wonderful job BATIMU FM is doing.
Thank you too. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.